Hello and welcome to Gathering. I'm Belinda Miller. This is where we keep you up to date with all the latest news and information about Indigenous entertainment and television. Coming up on this episode, we travel to the Gold Coast for the Harvey Norman All-Stars Rugby League game, check out all the action from the AFL Qantas Auskick camp, and head to Alice Springs for the Imparja Cup. And we catch up with Nathan Foley and find out what's happening around the country. That and much more on Gathering. More than 25,000 people gathered on the glamorous Gold Coast for the annual Harvey Norman Rugby League All-Stars match. Fans from both teams gathered from all parts of the country to watch their team battle it out in the name of sports and reconciliation. Well, I'm standing in front of Skill Park Stadium for the 2011 Indigenous All-Stars game, and the atmosphere around here is just unbelievable. It's so exciting and it's so energetic. The 2011 Indigenous All-Stars game is more than the football. It's about educating and inspiring Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander kids from all across Australia.
Yeah, it's a lot more than a football game. We're just using the game, using our images, our profiles to get the right messages out there, if you know what I mean. So many Indigenous people connect or associate with rugby league. It's just a great way to get a lot of messages and important messages at that. I walk around and I see all the mob. I'm just glad they're enjoying it. You know, they'll get to enjoy a game of footy tonight.
I think it's just a great event for all of us mob to get together. It's a real, celebration of culture, and I think, seeing so many black faces around here, it's a great opportunity to really get amongst it and, be a good day to, be loud and proud about our mob.
Being around the team is, it's exciting. I'm pretty nervous for the boys, but the boys are, I've seen them watching train twice, and they really train really well.
We can't forget about the NRL and their support. Obviously, the NRL All-Stars, they're gladly, putting their hands up because, it's a game of football. Rugby league's a fierce game. They could easily go out and injure themselves, touch wood, but they're happy to put their hands up and help with the cause. We come from the same backgrounds, we come from the same places. And we're just people, It's them, it's the people, it's the mob that makes us who we are. And that's just a way for us to give back. This is what it's all about, doing it for our people.
While only in its second year, the Harvey Norman Rugby League All-Stars match has edged itself into the sporting calendar as a major national event. There is no doubt this clash will continue for many decades to come. This is certainly the place to be on this Saturday afternoon at Skill Stadium. The people are still rolling in. The stadium is absolutely packed and we're just waiting for kick-off time.
Hey guys, Nathan Foley here. Thanks for tuning into Gathering. Now this is the feedback section. This is where you have your chance to ask the questions about all your favourite shows on NITV. Okay, first one we've got is Judith Gamper, who wrote into NITV saying, "Double Trouble has been beautiful. Thank you, NITV. I'll be glad to watch it all again sometime not too far away. I love your programs." Well, thanks heaps, Judith. Double Trouble is a fantastic show written by an Aboriginal writer, Scylla Collins, and was produced by Karma Productions in Alice Springs. Double Trouble will be airing every Friday at 10 p.m. Plus, we've also got some fantastic children's shows coming too. Warbin Time and Go Lingo, which will be airing in the next few weeks on NITV. Okay, now this one's from Jodie Knight. She writes, "Dear NITV, I'd like to know when you're replaying the Imparja Cup highlights." Well, thanks for your question, Jodie. We are actually replaying all the action from the Imparja Cup in May. And on the 12th of April, we are broadcasting a documentary showcasing all the new emerging talent of Indigenous cricket. Okay, now this one's from Jenny from the Gold Coast. She wrote, "Dear Gathering, What movies are coming up on NITV? Well, thanks so much for your question, Jen. We've got some fantastic movies coming up, including One Night the Moon, which is a true story about an Aboriginal tracker from the 1930s. We've also got an award-winning film called Radiance. It's about three sisters who return home after the death of their mother, and an all-time favourite, 10 Canoes. So make sure you keep an eye out because we've got some more fantastic movies coming up on NITV soon. Okay, now this is from Reg from Victoria. He writes, "Dear Gathering, are you going to commemorate Anzac Day?" Well, we certainly are, mate. We've got a fantastic lineup of shows happening on the 25th of April to commemorate and remember our Anzac heroes. We've got some documentaries and movies such as Norforce, Family at War, and also Aeroplane Dance. So make sure you tune in on the 25th of April. We've got some fantastic shows that you do not want to miss. Well, that's all the feedback we have for now. If you have any more questions, don't hesitate to write to gathering@nitv.org.au.
The Qantas AFL Kickstart Camp is held annually and gives 50 Indigenous youths aged between 14 and 15 a great opportunity to be a part of a week-long AFL skills and lifestyle development camp. And now we take a look at a story that Adam Manovic produced for Gathering.
At the Qantas AFL Kickstart Camp, the kids are expected to train and behave like AFL players, while ex-AFL legends Chris Johnson and Michael O'Loughlin guide the way. I spoke to AFL Development Officer, AFL Indigenous Team of the Century back pocket and all-round nice guy Chris Johnson about the camp this year.
Yeah, look, we sent a letter out to all the state development officers, and the criteria was obviously being Indigenous was one, and have 80% school anticipation. So the guys have got to go to school to actually get selected for the program and actually show good leadership within school and all their football clubs as well. So we talk to their coaches from their clubs that they play at, and the clubs nominate them as well. And yeah, the state DOs give the information back to us, and that's how we get the 50 guys. These guys are very fortunate. When I was coming through the ranks, this was never offered to me, so they've got a great opportunity, and I think if this stuff had been implemented a lot earlier, we would have been seeing a lot more Indigenous AFL players come through the ranks.
The kids shared some of their positive experiences in the program.
I feel proud and privileged just because to mix with the boys and get taught by Mickey O'Loughlin, Chris Johnson and Matty Whelan.
Yeah, I feel good about it because like the culture of me, like being Aboriginal and experience all this, it feels good.
Departed Sydney Swans coach Paul Roos and current Indigenous Sydney Swans players the legendary Adam Goods, Lewis Jetta and Byron Sumner were also present to give encouraging words to the kids.
I was very fortunate to go on and play AFL football, but the things I try to talk to Tyler, who's my youngest son at 14, and Dylan, who's 16, doesn't matter whether you go on and play football. The lessons you're going to learn through playing sport growing up and through the people that you're meeting within the footy team, but externally, are so important, so important. And they'll be talking about working hard, all right? So working hard is important, not just for winning footy games, but whatever you do in life. If you don't work hard, you're not going to be successful.
I think we just play the game good. We've got the athleticism, we've got the smarts through it. You know, you don't have to have a degree to play football. You just know how to win the ball and being able to use the ball. And one of our assets as you know, Indigenous players, we're very skillful and we can do things with the ball that a lot of other people can't do.
Over 400 players and 28 representative teams gathered in Alice Springs for the 2011 Imparja Cup. This is where we see the best action of cricket. So let's go and check it out.
When I first originally started the whole concept, there was hardly any Indigenous people playing. There was only a few of us. So we got together and said, no, let's try and get them in. They didn't want to join the club, so we then said, okay, let's do something. My brother and Rossi Williams, we've had a bit of a chat and we've gone from a little chat to something this big.
This team's here next year. And there it is. That's the final wicket. Thank everyone for enjoying the women's final here today at Traeger Park. And I know I'm not going to have to encourage you too much to stay around and enjoy the men's final between New South Wales and WA. I think it was a really good opportunity to show two divisions here this year. So we had the community division, which was just a lot of fun and a lot of banter and the Super 8 style. And then you got slightly more serious, especially when it comes to finals time in terms of the state and territory division as well. So to have those two divisions means that we've got an opportunity to promote women's cricket to a wider audience now. We can either pop in a social team or get a state team in to really bump up those numbers.
It is the last ball of the innings for New South Wales and WA, and there it is. New South Wales have claimed the Imparja Cup for 2011.
And just on that as well, I think New South Wales have taken a really big step this year in putting both their Imparja male and female teams into their high performance program, which is a fantastic achievement both for obviously Indigenous cricket but also for Cricket New South Wales to make that initiative, which is, as you can see, something's obviously working right because they took both divisions out today. So caps off to them, and we really hope that other state and territories come on board as well and support Indigenous cricket as Cricket New South Wales has.
Each year, I reckon, Imparja, Indigenous cricket goes up a notch, certainly, but so does this Imparja Cup and its presentation. And on behalf of Cricket Australia and the National Indigenous Cricket Council, would say thank you and congratulations to everyone for the way in which they've approached this carnival, staged it, and it's been fantastic.
Hi, I'm Nathan Foley. Hope you're enjoying this week's episode of Gathering. Right now, let's see what's happening around the country. Okay, the Victorian Indigenous Art Awards are on until the 2nd of April. Go and check out some great local artwork at 45 Flinders Lane, Melbourne. For more information, click on to www.indigenousawartawards.com.au. And from now until the 6th of March, Looking Forward, Looking Black Indigenous Film Forum is happening at the University of South Australia in Adelaide. For more information, click on www.unisa.edu.au. All right, and to celebrate 100 years of International Women's Day, Stiff Gins are amongst a great lineup of performers at the Half the Sky Music Concert, which will take place on Tuesday the 8th of March at the Thornbury Theatre, High Street in Melbourne. Now, the doors open at 7 p.m, and if you want any more information, go to iwda.org.au. Now, if you want any more information or you've got anything to showcase in your area, write into us at gathering@nitv's.org.au.
You've been watching Gathering, and it's been great to have your company. Right now, let's go out with a live performance from Buddy Knox. Here he is with Original Aboriginal.
This on the CD is Original Aboriginal. I am the original Aboriginal. I am the original. Yes, I am. The first to walk this land, and we are the first human man. Yes, we were the first that create things, 'cause we are the original. Yeah, I am the original. Sing it with me. Aboriginal. Yes, I am the original. Yes, I am Aboriginal. we had the water for you to drink. We had the sea that protects the fish. Yes, we got the sun that shines on us. Cause we are the original, everyone. Well, I am the original. Aboriginal. Yes, I am the original. Yes, I am. I got double thing. Aboriginal. Wow, wow. That protects the fish. Yes, we got the sun that shines on